Hi, we are Bright Waste.
In 2017 alone, more than 6.7 million tonnes of construction and demolition waste was sent to landfill across Australia. To put this into perspective, a bus weighs roughly 13 tonne, so picture 515 buses altogether, and this equates to the amount of waste being sent to landfill every year by this industry. So therefore, we've clearly identified a problem that needed solving, and in doing so, we've developed a product and a service that work together to provide a more effective, more efficient solution to waste management on large-scale and small-scale domestic construction sites. The product involves an interchangeable and reconfigurable type of skip bin, which will be used to divide the materials into individual categories, making it more effective to recycle and reuse on site. The service will provide a pickup and disposal system for our innovative skip bin for the length of your project.
The design of the proposed bin includes two different sized interchangeable and reconfigurable smaller bins enclosed by a solid shell. The shell is based on dimensions of bins already on the market today. There are 8 spaces available inside the exterior shell that can be reconfigured. A large compartment takes up 2 of these spaces, whereas a smaller compartment only occupies 1. These interchangeable compartments have hooking points on each of their 4 corners to be used for lifting and replacement. In the case that a compartment becomes full, or is in the process of becoming full, the customer can call ahead and request a new replacement compartment. The metal loops, or hooking points, provide a location for hooks and chains to be attached and the bin lifted out safely. The compartments are enclosed by an exterior shell, which can be picked up with the standard hook truck.
Our service will be subscription based. You will have the option of a weekly, fortnightly, or monthly pickup schedule. We will bring our unique bins to your site with our highly skilled and dedicated staff to the location specified. All you need to worry about is filling the bins with the appropriate materials. Our drivers will come to your site, remove and replace the bins on intervals of your preference of subscription that you have chosen. With the compartments being interchangeable, this gives you, the customer, the opportunity to configure your bin to suit the needs of the current job. Bright Waste is here to service your on-site waste issues, and you'll be assured that it is all delivered to the appropriate recycling facilities on time, every time.
How does our process and business will affect to the environment? Recycled waste will help to reduce environmental pollution, which will contribute to the conservation of natural resources and decrease the nature hazards. As you can see, by reducing the emission of greenhouse gases, it helps to reduce the global warming. Thus, every species in the world will survive, because the impact on the environment will affect directly or indirectly with all kinds of the species. Not only that, but also the employees in the construction field will get an eco-friendly environment.
Process. The government has money reserved for the backing of innovative projects within the waste management industry in Australia. Now this does help us with the funding to kickstart our project, which means we can move on to the production phase after reaching a feasible amount, where then the bins are made and implemented into job sites, which leads us on to production time. The production of the bin would be an estimated 3 days of labour for a 2-person team, followed by the addition of the compartments. The compartments individually would take on average half a day. Then when it comes to the trucks and delivery to the job sites, nothing changes compared to the current bins that get delivered, due to the standard hook trucks being the way to transport these interchangeable bins around. What market are we targeting? Well, our target market is clearly shown to be the construction and demolition sites, with the placements of the innovative idea being within these sectors. After the waste is sorted and organised, it is then sent to the appropriate recycling facilities where the waste is dropped, followed by the bins being returned back to our warehouses. This cuts time in which these facilities would use for the sorting of waste, as it should be sorted in different categories upon arrival.
When discussing our future, our main goal was to expand throughout Australia and then move on to a global scale. To do this, we need to focus on improving the quality and efficiency in waste management on construction sites. Our aim is to start off on a relatively small scale, aiming at construction sites across Victoria. Once we hit the year 2025, we plan to have our bins all across most Australian construction sites. We can't just stop there though. By the year 2030, we plan to start moving overseas to neighbouring countries, with our main focus of integrating into New Zealand. But we can't forget where we started. Still growing within Australia is very important into our successful future. Lastly, by the year 2035, with experience in overseas fields, we aim to expand into large economies that can help our business grow dramatically. The United States, United Kingdom, China, and many more is what we aim to incorporate ourselves into.